Hi, my name is Harmanpreet. I am presenting my oral presentations. So here's my first slide, which is for the introduction. My student ID is 1084462 and the unit name is Foundation of Sociology and Politics for Community Service Workers. And for my next slide, here are the question answers. First one is, how do Vade and East Clara differ in social key indicators, and what do these differences suggest about living conditions and opportunities? So the answer shows the table clearly contrasts between Vade and East Clara across key social indicators. Vade median household income is $767 compared to $3,005 in East Clara, indicating major economic inequality. Unemployment is also higher in Vade at 12.8% versus 3.8%. Education levels differ greatly, with only 5.7% of Vade residents holding a bachelor degree or higher, compared to 51.9% in East Clara. Vade population is younger and predominantly indigenous, while East Clara is older and more affluent. These differences suggest unequal access to education, employment, and overall living opportunities. And here is the next question, that is, how do you understand the relation between agency and structure, and how might these concepts help explain the differences in people lives in Vade and East Clara? As discussed in week 3 reading by Gideons, agency refers to people's ability to make choices, while structure refers to the social systems that shape or limit those choices. The two are interrelated. Structures influence opportunities, and agencies operate within these limits. In Vade, structural barriers such as low income, limited education resist individual agency and life choices. In contrast, East Clara's strong educational and economic structures enable great professional freedom and opportunity. This shows that everyone has agency. Structural conditions largely determine how much control individuals truly have over their lives. So the next one is, which social groups in Vade appear most vulnerable and most advantaged based on the data. As shown in the first set table, young indigenous families in Vade are vulnerable due to low income, high unemployment, and limited higher education. These structural disadvantages restrict their access to stable employment, quality housing, and future opportunities. In contrast, as seen in the second table, employed professionals such as teachers and health workers are the most advantaged group. They represent 27.8% of employed residents and enjoy 62.6% of full employment, providing greater financial stability and access to essential resources. This highlights the strong link between education, employment, and social advantage within the Vade community. And for my fifth slide, here's the next question, that is, how does Marxism explain the relationship between structure and agency, and how does it help you understand how social class has influenced your own life opportunities and choices? So, the selector theory, Marxism, explains that economic structures and class divisions shape people opportunities and life outcomes. According to Karl Marx, the means of production determine social class, and class conflict influences access to wealth, power, and education. Individual choices are limited or enabled by these structural inequalities. So, my personal reflection on this is, I grew up in a middle class family, which gave me access to education, stability, and financial security. Structural advantages shaped by class. My decision to study in Australia represents agency, but this choice was made possible by my family economic position, access to global education systems, Marxism helps me understand that my life choices are not purely individual but strongly influenced by my class, economic systems, and global inequalities that shape opportunity and success. So, for the last one, here are my reference list. So, it's my overall presentation. Thanks.